What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with the Page, and this is the start of a new reading vlog. Hello my darlings, welcome to my 1 week, 1 shelf, the first week of May. This is the shelf. I have read everything that is on here, aside from those two, but I DNF Golden Sun, so I'm not continuing the Start Their Ashes, just there. Now, I have read everything that you can see. I have these 3 books and my goal is to get through them this week. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. So the one that I'm going to be starting tonight is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I should have probably started this vlog hours ago. It's now 9:30, but I've just been watching YouTube, having it very slow. I cooked our dinner. I made a nugget beef, and so I'm gonna go sit in my chair, do some cross stitch, and listen to this audiobook. This I would like to get done by the 3rd, because on the 3rd, Squash That series starts, and that goes until the 9th, and I would like to get these 2 done. This is a thick beast. This doesn't have an audiobook, so I don't know how we're gonna go, but I'm gonna go put my ears in and start with this. I just wanted to come on, start this vlog, so then I can start my cross stitching and listening to my audiobook. But this is a shelf, and yeah, so I want to get through all of this in a week. If by some absolute miracle I do actually accomplish this, then I'm going to read the things that I don't physically own off my TBR for May, and or continue with series if Squash That series is still underway, because I think that's running from the 3rd to the 9th. But then we also have Final Book Support Group later in the month, so I got options. But for now, technically, depends on what website you look in, this can come in under the Hate You Give universe, but I'm not bothering. So I will check in with you when I have a reading update. Bye! Hello my darlings, it is now 10 to midnight and I'm gonna go to bed. But I read 153 pages of On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, which was really funny when I went to put it onto my spreadsheet, because based off the base TBR that I have, I need to read 153 pages a day, so worked out well in my favor. So far I am liking it. There is quite a bit of like that YA tone that I'm like, children, just listen to older people. They have some semblance of what they're talking about. Wouldn't be a YA book if they didn't. But I'm really enjoying Bree's narrative and how she's choosing to approach it. So with that, I'm gonna head to bed. I did work a little bit more on Martha, but not much, but there's always tomorrow. So I'm really excited that tomorrow is Friday, and I've just watched a lot of YouTube, read some stuff, worked on Martha, got my spreadsheets up to date, and yeah, I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye! Hello my darlings. So it is now 9:15 on the 2nd of May, and oh, thank God it's Friday. So I have read more of On the Come Up. I am now up to page 262, but I needed to have a break to eat some dinner and also talk to Ash about where my brain was at with this book, because I am struggling with Bree's character in the sense that she is so young, and honestly I'm relating so much to her mother in like what she says and how she approaches things, because I'm just like, oh god, so young, I so understand, but I so just oi. So we're at a pivotal point, and I don't want to say that it's a spoiler, but if you're really sensitive to any content about the books, maybe just skip over this section. But her mum's heard her rap song, which she talks about things that can definitely be misconstrued in it, and they're talking about how people perceive them, and her mum was a drug addict, and her mum's saying people are going to assume things about you, about me, no matter what we say or do. But here's the difference between me and you, Brianna. I'm not giving people more reasons to make those assumptions about me. Do you see me walking around talking about drugs? Do you see me walking around talking about drugs? Do you see me acting like I'm drugs, bragging about drugs? No, but you made yourself out to be everything people are going to assume about you. And I read that, I was like, oh thank fuck. Like, whilst it's not something that is even within my realm of experience and understanding, I can empathize enough to understand these situations and what these characters are going through in a way that's just like, holy shit, because it's real. This is what happens. But I'm reading this from such an adult lens nowadays that I'm concerned that I'm relating to the mother figure because that is just how I view things now. And so I'm glad her mum sort of puts that down. And I get teenagers be teenagers, but I'm really kind of struggling just with how they're going about it. And whilst it's accurate, like, this is how people feel and there's nothing wrong with that, I'm so glad that I finally hit a point where her mum is like, yo, hold up the fuck. Like, let's take a step back. Let's look at this situation for how it actually is from an adult's point of view. And so I think I just needed to talk that out with Ash, because I'm really, like, my heart's breaking for the messages that are coming across, the gang violence, the brutality against black kids, victimization, the passion and love for black music as well. It's fabulous and there's so much good. It's just, at some moments it's very hard reading it through the lens of a teenager as an adult now. So that's where that's at too. I'm gonna keep going. I'm just continuing to work on Martha as I go. I took a break and watched some YouTube earlier. I watched a fuck ton of YouTube earlier and it was great, but I do want to continue to make some more progress in this, because gosh, that series starts tomorrow, so I want to get into A Conjuring of Light and What's a Girl Got to Do. So I want to keep going. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it tonight. I think I've got an hour and a half left and I just don't have that in me tonight, because yeah, that would put me at 11 o'clock. So I might hyper focus on Martha and make it, but I also might not. I'll check in with you with another update. Bye. Well, I fell down a rabbit hole. I have just lost my scissors. Completely finished one colour of Martha for that particular side and a little bit over. So now I get to move on to the next bit, and it's actually coming together and it feels very surreal. But I also did just finish On the Come Up by Angie Thomas and giving this 4 stars. I enjoyed where we ended and a lot of my earlier frustrations were alleviated, which was nice. So I just really enjoyed Bree's authenticity at the end and where we ended up, and a lot of the conversations were just very poignant. But I am going to just go watch YouTube because tomorrow it's go time. I have quite a big weekend on, but I'm determined. I don't have an audiobook for this, and the Conjuring of Light audiobook is 19 hours. So that's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we'll see where we end up. But for now, I'm gonna toodle off, go watch some YouTube, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye. Hello my darlings. So it is now 9:20 on the 3rd of May and I've had a really good day. So Ash and I woke up a little bit later, but my grandpa came around in the morning, then we went and voted and got a sausage sanger, went to Woolies and got some food, and then I've pretty much come home. I worked on my readathon spreadsheet because I wanted to get that up to date for a task I'm currently undertaking, and I've continued to work on Martha. I have done so much today, holy shit. And I have only listened to 80 pages of A Conjuring of Light. My bad. I had like 40 something in my watch later and I now have 8, with my longest was an hour and 40 minutes and I had like 2 50-minute ones, so I still have the hour 40 to go, but after that I have 20 minutes or less. So I think I'm just gonna get through those videos. Ash isn't home at the moment. He's actually gonna work at the voting booth, so he might not get home till midnight, 2 o'clock. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay up because I am wanting to go to the wedding expo at 10 AM. So I'm just gonna watch some YouTube and continue to work on Martha, and then once I finish this YouTube, I will then dive back into A Conjuring of Light. Holy shit. I'm still like 80 pages. No, it's not that much in comparison. I really should just continue listening to it instead of watching YouTube, but the dopamine, the dopamine is where I need it to be. So I'm gonna dive into watching this video and then continue on my read. So I'll check in with you when I do have more of a reading update. Bye. Hello my darlings. It is now 1 AM on the 4th of May, and like I said earlier, Ash is working. And so I've thrown my schedule out. I thought I'd just wait and see if he was done around midnight, and then I fell down a rabbit hole. So yeah, but I've just had a midnight snack. So I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna go to bed with that on my stomach. But I did give up at about 11:30 on Conjuring of Light, but I did read 250 pages today, which I am ecstatic with. So very happy with that progress, but I am now very tired. I don't know if I've done myself a disservice like finding a recap before diving into this. I can't even remember currently when I last read from this series. So, okay. Oh, 2023. It's been a minute, but I'm remembering some stuff, just not everything that would make this reading experience a little bit more flowy. But I'm gonna shut down my computer. I'm gonna continue watching YouTube for maybe another half-hours and probably work on Martha and then go to sleep. So I've made so much progress on Martha that I now need to figure out what my next color is, and that was like too many spoons. But now I've had food, so I'm like, I should do that. We'll try and write. No, I'm not gonna try and write reviews at the moment, but you know, we'll just see where I get up to. So on that note, I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll check in with you tomorrow. Bye. Hello my darlings. So it is now 9:45 and I'm about to head to the wedding expo. I'm also gonna get like a glass of champagne, and I'm like, oh, I don't drink. So we'll see how we go, but I gotta load up the address and then off I go. Oh my god, I am so tired. So Ash, I ended up going to bed at about 2:30 and I fell asleep, and I woke up at 5:20 and Ash wasn't home, and I was like, what the fuck? So I messaged him. He's like, I've just finished like 10 minutes ago. I was like, I'll come get you. Like, I'm dead to the But anyway, we got there and got him home, and then we both just crashed out. Oh, I'm still waking up, but that's all good. We'll get there. But I've got my maps on, so I don't think I'll take much footage, but I'm just curious to see how we go. I got my notepad, and then we'll just have a good time. Alrighty, bye. Hello my darlings, so it is now 11:30 at night and I am exhausted. We were gonna have an early night, but I ended up having to call the cops. Love life, love it. I ended up showering and washing my hair, filming 2 videos, editing one of them, doing my budgeting, and then I've continued to read. So I'm so happy. I'm up to page 552. What the fuck? So I definitely will be able to finish this tomorrow, which will be lovely. I think I've got an hour left in the audiobook, but I haven't made any progress on this, and this is a purely physical read, so that's gonna be fun. But we'll just keep chipping away at it and see how we go. But I need to go to bed because I'm dead. Ash and I are both bone deep exhausted. So I will check in with you tomorrow after work. Bye. Hello. So it is now 9 o'clock on the, this is gonna kill my soul, I swear to holy fuck, 5th of May, and I finished A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab and giving this 4 stars. This was such a nice conclusion to the trilogy, but also like I'd be pissed if I read this and not knew that the Fragile Threads of Power was coming out set in this world, because I don't know, I don't need my books to tie everything up with a bow, but I felt like this left a lot more open than what I would usually be comfortable with. But knowing that there's a continuation series is what it is. So I definitely will count this as like era 1 of the Darker Shade of Magic series, and then Fragile Threads is its own thing. So I'm pretty sure that's a continuation. I really should cross-reference myself. So that's done. It's the 5th of May and I'm gonna go dive into bed and read What's a Girl Got to Do by Holly Bourne. I'm just having a look to see on Goodreads what it's. So with that, I'm gonna go dive into this, and I'm really excited to finish off this series. So I will check in with you when I have a reading update. Bye! Hello my darlings, sorry for the turbo speed in the background, but it is now 6:10 on the 6th of May and I am about to go make dinner. I ended up reading 52 pages of What's a Girl Got to Do last night, and then I realised I'm finishing this vlog tomorrow, so I need to finish this book and still read other things. So yeah, I'm gonna buckle down tonight after dinner and just see how much I can get through. But I ended up doing my Patreon's plan with me and got that all finalized, so I'm just exporting that. But I also need to do the weekly Patreon post of just like what's going on because I've had a very big week, and so we'll get there. But I just wanted to come in, let you know my starting pages, and we will get there hopefully soon tonight. But I'm gonna go either write my review for A Conjuring of Light or start on dinner. So I might do both. I'll check in with you when I have another reading update. Bye! Hello my darlings, so it is now 6:30 on the 7th of May, so I need to finish my book tonight because I need to wrap up this vlog. I ended up getting up to page 211 of What's a Girl Got to Do, so I don't think I'm going to be able to read any of my other TBR books this week, but we'll see what happens. So I would love to get that finished, but I also got a parcel. I am so excited for this. Oh, they're so pretty. I ended up getting the entire Foundry series of these beautiful editions. Ah, look at them. I'm so confused as to why one's a matte and slightly taller, but that's okay. I can deal. Like, but oh my god, I have them. I'm so excited. So I got these editions that I absolutely adore, and I'm so happy. The quality of them is not fantastic, not gonna lie. But so these two are matte. And like I bought these as a set, and then this is a glossy cover, slightly taller and like a bit damaged, but honestly, like, is what it is. I'm not gonna send them back because I waited so long and brushed my teeth so often to be able to get these, so look at them. Okay, so Ash and I were just getting the final things together because my mum's up on Friday, so we just wanted to get that stuff sorted. I've already got dinner ready, so I'm gonna go shower and wash my hair, and then I'll be able to just sit and read my book and see how we go. So I'm just so excited, and I want to open this parcel because and I'm not adding these to the TBR. Well, Lucklands I am, but I will read that this month, so I am so excited. Okay, I will check in with you when I have a reading update. Bye! Hello my darlings. So it is now just after 9 o'clock. I have showered and washed my hair, done dinner, all of that, and I've made 100 pages into What's a Girl Got to Do. So I have 100 pages left, and it took me about an hour to read them. So hoping I can get this done a little bit after 10. So I'll check in with you when I get there. Bye! Hello my darlings. So it is now 10:30 on the 7th of May. And I've just finished What's a Girl Got to Do by Holly Bourne. I did it. This is probably going to come out as a 4-star on Core Pile. Really enjoyed Lottie's story. It was just so lovely being back with these characters, and I really loved just seeing them grow from the first book where we're dealing with Evie's OCD, and then we have Amber and now Lottie, and just the way that it was talked about with particular subjects in it, I was just like, yes, yes, yes. So I did have a lot of fun with this, and it was a fairly easy read, which was nice because I was reading this physically. So that is done and dusted, and this is the end of my week for my 1 week, 1 shelf. So I think I'm going to randomize and see what shelf I'm going to be working from next, but I'm very apprehensive about this fact because I have so much I need to read. So I'm going to go from 1 to 6 because the one that I was doing is number 7 isn't really like got TBR books on it, so I'll do 1 to 6, and then so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out dashes. Ugh, I'm so nervous. I'm genuinely like so nervous. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 6.
Here's a number between 1 and 6. It's 5.
Oh no. Oh dear God. Oh, this is not helpful. Oh shit. So number 5 will be Ash's shelves. Of course. Oh, I actually think I might have gotten lucky. Okay. So this shelf has 2 books. Dracula, and actually 3, sorry. The Fall of the House of Usher and The Adventures of Pinocchio. This is actually on the TBR for this month, so that would be okay. And then we come to our classics. I'm not adding that. I'd say about half of these is read, half of these is not. So I'm gonna get, and then the bottom shelf is a little bit more serious. And I think I've read everything on that shelf that I want to read, aside from Steelheart and Arcanum Unbounded, but that's not a worry that I'm not picking that up. Yeah, actually, I think everything on that shelf is read. So either gonna be this or that. Fuck. Okay. Whoo! Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 2. Oh, that hurt my soul. Okay, well, you'll have to see at the beginning of next vlog which I've picked off the shelf. Shoot me now. Hello my darlings, welcome to this video. This is the start of my second week of on week 1 shelf. We are on shelf number 2, which was not the book that I have on my TBR. But for this shelf, I haven't read Charles Dickens, The Complete Works of Shakespeare, War and Peace, Are We Seeing a Concern, Dracula, Count of Monte Cristo. I'm not reading I Am Pilgrim, Around the World in 80 Days, and Cat's Cradle. So not too bad of a shelf, aside from the fact they're all fucking chunky. But my goal for this week is not to read as many books as I can, but I'm going to tackle The Count of Monte Cristo, because I need to read this for Tale of Two Trails. Why not? This is gonna hurt me in such a bone deep way, it's not funny. It's currently still the 7th at the moment, so I'm not gonna start that now. Oh my god, I'm absolutely shitting myself. I've got to read that in a week. Like, what the fuck? I topped up the rest of my TBR. I'm so fucked. But yeah, that's the decision. So I've done that, and now just have to make my peace with that fact. So I am going to go, but I will check in with you tomorrow when I start reading that fucking behemoth. Fuck my life. I'm so sad I didn't get that on video.
Vibrating cheese.
There is not any amount of context that could make this make more sense or make it better. We're talking about my best mate, so. I got a package! You wanna open it?
Oh, why am I opening it?
Because it's funny. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh my god, it's huge!
It takes up the whole screen!
Oh my god, I love it. Do you like it? Yeah. So this is the Fablin merch for the last round, and I was like, yes, I went on an adventure and I got a stupid shirt, so I had to buy the shirt, not the jumper. Okay, thank you. Oh, look at you modeling that all lovely. Oh, okay, I'm gonna turn this camera off now. Bye. I'm so screwed. So tonight I managed to read a whopping 63 pages of The Count of Monte Cristo. That's it. That's it. That's all I've read. I'm fucked. I have a week and my mother is up for this week. Jolly good. It's now 11:30, so I'm gonna go to bed. It says that I listened to 1 hour and 40 minutes and my goal was 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I wasn't too far off, but oh dear, oh dear. Not really sure how I'm feeling about it at the moment. Like, it's definitely a lot easier to read than I thought it was going to be. I was very much expecting it to be like a slog, but then a lot of people in the TBR Trail Discord said that it was a pretty easy read, or like it flowed well. It was a fast-paced read, so yeah, there's just a lot of story to consume, and I have many other things I also need to be reading, so we'll see what happens. Fuck my life. But with that, I'm gonna go and I will check in with you hopefully tomorrow. who knows what happens when my mother's around. So I'll check in with you sometime. Oh god. Hello my darlings. So it is now 25 past midnight on the 11th and I needed to check in but I've just finished catching up on the Count of Monte Cristo. So on the 9th mum was up and I didn't read much. I read 40 pages. That took me up to page 103 and today I've read 273 pages, which puts me at page 373, which is where I need to be to finish this within the week. But I still have to read like 125 pages of this a day, so I'm now up to there. Like, what the fuck? It definitely is quite easy to fly through, even though I am just listening to an insane amount of audiobook, but I've hyper-focused on Martha. I've just been working on that and then talking with mum, so that's really all I've been doing. It's Mother's Day tomorrow, so I will try and get my pages in, but also I just want to spend time with her. But for now, I need to go to sleep because I fell asleep in my chair earlier. So I will check in with you with a reading update later. Bye. Hello my darlings, so just letting you know I managed to read my pages for today and got up to page 505 of the Count of Monte Cristo, so I am over halfway. Tomorrow's goal is to get to 625, so we'll see how we go. And yeah, I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. I do feel like I have lost some plot points and what we were doing and where everyone's up to and who's who. I'm not disliking it, which is nice, so very happy with that. And we'll check in when I have a reading update tomorrow. With mum being up, we just had Mother's Day together today and that was really lovely. So a very chill day and not getting any B-roll this week, but that's fine. So I'll check in with you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning my darlings. It is now 8:25 on the 13th of May and I didn't come in last night and check in because I was just so tired. But I ended up reading to page 648 of Count of Monte Cristo and we're getting there. I really don't have many thoughts aside from the fact that this is just a little bit too long for my liking, but I'm making progress. I didn't check in because mum was up, but she is for the next 24 and a bit hours, so I will be able to work on it tonight. But it is also ashes of my 1 year of being engaged, so I'll still read some today, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, we'll check with you when I have a reading update to this evening. Bye. Hello my darlings. It is now 11:30 on the 13th of May and we have had a lovely night. It is Ash's and my 1 year engaged anniversary, so he made us tacos, which was delicious, and then we watched 2 episodes of The Rookie with Nathan Fillion while doing our little Lego. So we've had such a brilliant night, and then I've cleaned up. Mum's back at her place for the next 36 hours, so it was just us tonight, and I've just been watching YouTube because I managed to read my pages of the Count of Monte Cristo. So I just have the last lot remaining tomorrow, and that looks to be 2.5 hours of the audiobook, so I could have kept reading some more, but I'm just not bothered. So I've just been watching YouTube and I'm gonna go continue watching that until I fall asleep, and tomorrow I hope I can do it. 2 hours and 24 minutes. So I'll check in with you when I have a reading update. Bye. I did it. I have finished The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas and giving it a, I'm not sure yet, probably a 3-star, 2.5. I'll have to put it through Callpile and see what comes out. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to, but I didn't love it. It was interesting seeing the revenge plot and like how they went about it. Why would it start at any other time except when I've taken my headphones out and currently filming? I got through this in 1 week. 1 week. I got nothing else read. I think I read like 17% of Rogue Protocol, but it's done. I'm so fucking proud. for this week we did not do a whole lot, but we accomplished a thing, and that thing was reading one of the biggest books in my TBR. That's really it. So I apologize that this has been a very lackluster vlog. Hopefully next week's will be a little bit more informed, but yeah, so let me know in the comments how your May reading is going. Do you think I should switch to my TBR for a little minute and maybe just do this for the last week? Let me know anything you want to let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you on my next video or over on my Patreon. Bye!